Hello friends, welcome to another Lissa video. Today let's talk about why I choose raw veganism and not just regular vegan. I always get asked, oh, you're a vegan, so what do you eat? I have to always say, well, I'm actually a raw vegan because I don't cook any of my food. And then obviously there's tons of questions like, well, really, what do you eat? And I say, I just eat food. Because I do. I eat just food. I just don't cook any of it. A lot of people then ask me, well, why do you choose raw and not just regular vegan and have, you know, grains and beans and all those other things in your diet? The reason why I choose raw, and this is an opinion video, this is my experience and these are my thoughts and views. I choose raw because I feel my best on raw. So if you feel your best eating something, why don't you keep doing that? If you feel amazing doing it, keep doing it. I choose raw because I love the hydration that I feel. I love how easy my digestion is. I love the lightness. I love the flavors. I love all of the fruits and vegetables that I eat. I prefer to eat this way because I feel the best. I have the most energy. Sure, everybody gets tired and sometimes I like to lay around on the couch, but for the most part, I have lots of energy compared to when I used to eat cooked food. And now, yeah, I used to eat junk food, which is even worse. But in the last 3 years that I've been vegan, right at the very beginning, like 1 or 2 or 3 months in, I had 3 cooked meals, and those were the only cooked meals that I've had in the last 3 years. Those meals were like raw till 4 kind of style days, where I did raw all day and then had a cooked vegan meal at night. And all 3 times, I didn't feel my best. I felt heavy. And it wasn't even really like the regret of doing it, but it wasn't the same and it didn't taste as good as I thought it would. It smelled way better. And I just realized that I just feel better when I eat raw. So why not do what I feel best doing? A lot of people will always tell me, they'll be like, oh, you know, I tried raw veganism like 2 years ago and I did it for a month and I felt the best that I ever felt. So why don't we continue doing the best that we ever felt? Like, why not live every single day feeling that feeling? Why do we have to go back to those foods that we know drag us down and make us feel crappy, make us feel the regret and the guilt and all of that? Why do we head back there when we found what helps us to feel our best? We should continue to doing that. And that's why I choose raw vegan and not just regular vegan. Now, a lot of people in the raw vegan movement will claim that cooked food is poisonous and toxic. I don't like using these words to describe cooked food because it scares people away from actually eating regular vegan foods. If you are transitioning over to a vegan diet, please don't be scared of consuming cooked foods. The thing is, we want to be eating the majority of our foods raw, if not all, which would be ideal. And just because our ancestors ate things like sweet potatoes or whatever in the past doesn't necessarily mean it's ideal. This, again, is just my opinion, my thoughts, but I believe that things like cooked rice, grains, and beans, and potatoes, and root vegetables, and things like that are more survival foods because these foods can be stored for a long period of time and used during really, really extreme cold or famine or whatever to sustain us during those times. They're not evil or toxic or anything like that, but they're not thrival foods. They're definitely not going to give you that incredible hydration, the easy digestion, and all of that kind of stuff that you do get from the raw, fresh foods. But they're not going to kill you. So if you do happen to want, or that you still eat cooked food, please don't think of it as a poison or a toxin or anything like that. Move kindly over to more raw foods. Try to include more raw foods in your meal. If you want to still have that sweet potato, have one little sweet potato in a gigantic salad so that you're eating the majority of your food from raw food and only having a little bit of the cooked stuff. The cooked stuff, again, I will never have unless there's a time of famine or, you know, there's no fresh fruit available, which actually has never happened in my entire life, so I don't see it happening anytime soon. And again, if it does, I will resort to the potatoes and the grains and stuff, but that, again, is just survival purposes. Once the fresh food comes back, I would go back to being raw vegan because that's how I feel my best. And why not feel our best? So I hope that this video helped somebody. If you liked it, please click like and subscribe to my channel to get notifications for more. You can find me on Facebook, Lissa's Raw Food Romance, on Instagram at Raw Food Romance, and on Snapchat, Lissa Raw Vegan. And if you want, you can grab my recipe book. It is available on Amazon, and ebook version available at this link here if you want to grab that. So until the next video, guys, fruit on.